Okay, guys, we haven't launched a balloon in quite a while because it's getting too easy to fly them around the world. So we're looking for something different to do. The balloons that we've been flying are capable of reaching about 50,000 feet. They're going to fly about 48, 49,000. That's the maximum limit. I found some balloons that were advertised with the same material, but it had much more volume, and when I do the calculations, they were going to fly 65,000 feet. So I wanted to give that a try. Well, maybe be the first to float at 65,000. I'm disappointed. Here's the balloon. It's not a Mylar like the others. It's stretchy, and stretchy is not good because it has to stop stretching at some point. It's supposed to get 50 inches in diameter. So far I've taken this up to about 24 inches. I'm inflating it now. I'm actually measuring the pressure over here. Got a manometer over here. You probably can't see it, but it measures water pressure. I've got colored water in here. And inches of water equals PSI. So we're going to fill this up. It's probably going to explode. It's probably going to explode on us in a few minutes, but that's why I've got safety glasses on. Let's see what happens. So here we go. I've got a little leak down here where we have a filler tube put in. Let's see if I can stop that leak. Maybe get some tape here and seal it. One more piece. Don't know about this. Okay. So here we go. Let's see where it explodes at, okay? Hey, if we're lucky, it won't explode. They say it will get 50 inches in diameter, fully round. I don't understand it. We've got some little knobbies here in 4 places. I guess they will spread out, actually. We're going to see what happens. We're putting air in right now. All right, here we go. We've got air going in. And it's starting to fill out a little bit. If you see me jump, it's probably because it exploded. We'll see what that All right. Put some more air in it. We have a diameter right now is about, let's see, maybe 25 inches. They claim it will get to be 50 inches. I don't know about that. Here we go, more air. So we can get a measurement here. Got about 4 inches of water. That's about 0.166 psi. As we float our balloons, we need to be able to withstand at least an internal differential pressure of about 0.340, about 0.340 psi. So we're only about half that right now. It's starting to round out. It had 4 little ears on it. That's interesting. The ears have actually gone away now. And it's starting to round out actually. It looks pretty clear. So we get a measurement here. Well, still about 4 inches of water. Let's up the air a little bit. Let's get a little bit more in there. Checking for leaks. You might can see the filler here. It's a very narrow filler. It's actually, this is a piece of shrink tubing I've got inside right here that we're putting the air through into the balloon. We're actually measuring the pressure. Once we stop the air, we're measuring the back pressure through the manometer. It's over here. See if I can get a rough estimate here. I don't know about this. It's gonna be tough. We might have 28 inches. I don't know. That's a long ways for 50. All right, we're gonna keep going here. I don't think this thing, so far, it hadn't proven to me that it will fly without popping and coming down. As we get closer to 50 inches, I'll make some determinations. We may try to fly this thing, I don't know. Well, it's interesting. I'll say we're about 30 inches. We're going to take it to 50. Don't know. As it gets bigger, it gets closer to me. Scoot it back a little bit. So we get a measurement here. Still got a slight leak at my filler. All right, we'll keep going. All right, here we go. I don't like this. Don't like it. Here we go, more air. Let's try to get a diameter here. I need to put me some type of perpendicular post up where I can actually measure between them right now, but this is just a rough estimate of the diameter. I think I'm around 32 inches. We're going to take it to its limit. Here we go. It's actually getting pretty big here. Let's see if I can measure this way. Actually, we're only about 30 inches. I've got to take it to 50 inches in diameter. I don't think it's going to make it. It might. Scoot it back a little bit. Here we go. I'm guessing about 33 inches. It's got a ways to go to hit 50. This is a Chinese-made balloon. It says it was supposed to not have an auto sealing input to it. I think it does have auto sealing from what I can see. They said it didn't have. I had to actually take a X-Acto knife and cut a little slot to get the filler tube up in there. It was completely sealed, heat sealed across the filler tube. I think we're at about 35 inches. We're going to keep going. One thing I've noticed, the pressure is not changing on the manometer. The interesting thing that I learned was the reason the pressure is not going up is because the balloon is expanding. And as the balloon expands, the pressure doesn't go up. You know, it kind of stays the same, but more volume. Well, I don't know. It's somewhat interesting. I always thought this thing would explode any minute now. Pressure is showing very low, which is a good thing actually. If the pressure stays low, it's not going to explode. My only concern is here in the workshop, I might have some metal filings or some splinters on the on this quilt that I have, this furniture shipping quilt I have here. I've got it sitting on, but it looks pretty clean. This material seems pretty thick. Well, I don't know, that's an interesting fact. It's a lot thicker than the balloons we're flying. The balloons we're flying, the foil is only 1 mil or 1/1000th of an inch. I think this is much tougher. I mean, on the 1 mil balloons we fly, you shouldn't even touch it without damaging it. I mean, this feels like a beach ball. So I don't know. I think we're going to explode it. Let's see what we got here. We're about 36 inches. That's more than the other ones we fly, for sure. We're going to keep going, putting more air in. You can probably tell it's getting larger. You can see it's above the camera now. We may fly this one just to see what it would do. If it doesn't burst as it goes up, it might fly 1 or 2 or 3 days and then give out. The sun, the UV light may destroy this material. Get a measurement here. Oh, we're maybe 37 inches. They say 50 inches. Should we believe them? Should we go for 50? We're 37 now, and it's, I don't know. I've got air constantly going in. Guys, I'm actually using my Harbor Freight, well actually it's Lowe's, Cobalt 150 PSI, 40-gallon air compressor. Of course, I'm putting air in very, very slow. I've got it down to only almost nothing. And of course, we're feeding it through a little 1/8-inch piece of spaghetti here, heat shrink spaghetti. Let's see if we got made any difference here. I think we're at 37. Air still going in. Kaboom. The pressure is actually becoming less. The more air I put in it, the less pressure we have. That's interesting. I guess it's because maybe it's expanding. I don't know. I'm sure we have a small leak around the filler, but that's okay for now, just for testing. Very interesting. Let me check something here. Okay, I just placed a level across the top with a pole on the side so I can get a mark at the diameter from the table to the top of the to the level. And we're 38 inches. 38. But here we go, more air. We're pushing for 50. Oh, I don't want to go too fast. Too fast may destroy it. I just don't know how they can make these seams stick together with that much pressure in there. All right, let's see if we can measure something here. Pressure is still low. We were up to 4 inches of water pressure earlier. We're down to 2 inches right now. I think it's because the balloon has expanded so much that it's no pressure inside the balloon. So that's kind of the bad thing. At some point, as the balloon goes up, if the hydrogen keeps expanding and the balloon keeps expanding, 4 foot, 5 foot, 10 foot in diameter, it's going to get thinner and thinner, and it'll eventually pop. The more it expands, the higher it's going to go. You've got to stop that expansion to maintain a float level. So if this thing is not capable of holding back the gas at some point, it's going to go up, and this will keep going up until it pops. It may reach 65, 70, 75,000 feet and then pop. I don't know. I think we're going to find out though. Wow. You can see in the camera there, it's starting to get kind of big. It's getting up there. Let me see if I can get another measurement real quick. Guys, I don't know, we are in uncharted waters right now with this balloon. We're not sure what type of material this is. It's a stretchy material. It's not a foil. It's not like Mylar or a foil that we fly. So not sure what the outcome's going to be. We're at 40 inches. They say 50. We're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. Got a lot of volume. At 50 inches in diameter, it's going to have a volume of 1 cubic meter. 1 cubic meter is pretty big. The best balloons that we've been flying have about 0.22, about 0.22 cubic liters. This is 1 full cubic liter. That's why it's going to fly so high, if it will fly and maintain at altitude. So you get a reading here. We're at the 2 inches of water. 2 inches of water. That's only 0.072 psi. So here we go. We're going to go more. The differential pressure right now is 0.072 psi. You can probably see the filler tube back here by my hand. All right, I want to get a measurement again here. We're at 48.5 inches in diameter. 48.5. It's slow. It's moving slow. It's got so much volume now. It's taking a lot more air to get that extra 1 inch. We're putting more air in right now. I think it's going to do 50 inches. Now what happens after that, I have no idea. At some point it has to stop expanding or it's going to keep going up. Right now at 50 inches, when we hit 50 inches, doing the calculations using hydrogen gas and the weight of the tractor, weight of the balloon, at 50 inch diameter we got 1 cubic meter of hydrogen gas. And that's going to fly upwards to about 65,000 feet. If the balloon expands anymore, we're going to go higher than 65,000. It's going to be a fun experiment if we launch this thing. Heck, we may hit 80,000 feet. I don't know. Will the balloon hold up? I don't know. All right. So we get a measurement. Man, we're still at 2 inches of water, which is 0.07 psi. Come back here, come back, come back, come back. Let's take a measurement. You know, I thought we were at 48 inches. We're only at 40 inches, 40. We got 10 more inches to go with this thing. Woo. Maybe I should put on some ear protection here. I don't know. Let's look and see what I got here. Yeah, look at here, man. All right, let's see what this does. Okay. Well, I can't hear anything now. Should I wear these? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna take a chance. Hopefully it blows up, it'll just ripple a seam and it'll kind of split and come apart. Hopefully it won't explode. All right, here we go. We're putting air into it very slowly right now. The balloon is nice and clear, actually. In the camera, it doesn't look that clear, but it's pretty clear actually here in real life. And that's one good thing about it. A colored balloon will heat up, and of course, if the balloon heats up, it heats the gas inside. So it's been found that the clear balloons are best to minimize heating of the gas. All right, we'll get another measurement. Okay, we're at 42 inches, 42 inch diameter. That's good. But it's not ready to stop yet. So here we go. More air. Safety glasses are on. Air going in. I just had my yearly doctor visit today, my annual, what do you call it, physical. So he says I'm in perfect shape. You probably didn't know I might be with a balloon explosion tonight. Still less than 2 inches of water rise. That's less than 0.0. That's less than 0.07 psi. All right, we're gonna keep it going. Oh, it's getting big. It's getting big. All right, here we go. Air going in. I sure hope if this thing comes apart, it just kind of rips down the seam, you know, instead of one big bang. It's always fun to take a new balloon you've never tested to the limit. The secret is to stop right before it explodes. Unfortunately, there's no real warning sign. All right, let's get a measurement here. All right, we are at 44 inches in diameter, and I'm getting a pretty accurate measurement. What I'm doing is I'm standing a rod up next to the balloon, and I'm laying a level across the top of the balloon, and getting it level and marking the rod and then measuring the rod. So I've got a pretty accurate measurement here. Here we go. Push it away from me a little bit. You know, it might be fun flying this just if it stays up one day. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, it's really unknown. We're working in some uncharted territory with this balloon. At 65,000 feet, the internal pressure is very little. So I'm thinking that at some point, as it goes up, the pressure almost becomes equilibrium inside outside the balloon without it, and once that happens, it'll stop stretching and stop going up. I don't know if you can see it or not, a really nice seam right here. They got one seam around the balloon. It's not a 4-door balloon. I'm not sure how they're getting the round shape with it being just 2 halves. Typically, you got to almost have 4 doors to fill out to get a round balloon. All right, we're going to measure again. I'm getting a little excited about this. All right, we're at 44.5 inches. 44.5. More air, here we go. Here we go. Man. Should I keep going? starting to get a little nervous. All right, time for a measurement. All right, we're at 45 inches diameter. Here we go. More air. Man, the differential pressure is nothing. That's what concerns me. I'm trying to think how it would work up at the high altitude. At the very high altitude at 65,000 feet. The pressure is a lot less up here. This thing could fly for a while. All right, another measurement. Still at 45 inches in diameter. Going to give it some gas. Here we go. See if I can read the differential pressure. Here we go. Still below 2 inches of water. That's still below 0.07 psi inside, or differential. Or no, that's inside pressure actually. Put more air in. We're going for broke. I can hear the air going in. I sure hope I don't hear it come out real fast. All right, let's measure. Well, maybe you can call me crazy. We're at 45.5 inches in diameter. It's still getting up here. I have a feeling it's going to hit 50. I don't know. At 49.9 it may explode. At 50.1 it may explode. I don't know. I may not never know the point at which it explodes or pops. That might be good to know. Things are getting awful quiet around here. Air is still going in. All right, let's measure. Well, guys, I had the camera on pause. I went inside to get another camera to come out and get a picture of how large this balloon was. It was at about 47 inches in diameter. I come back out here and there it is. It was sitting at 47 inches diameter. The internal pressure wasn't measuring but about 0.06 psi, so I don't know. I have to rethink this one. Don't know.